from your local news leader. This is KQ2 News at 10.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Mary Grace Rice. The Buchanan County Sheriff's Office is conducting an investigation of a death of an inmate. According to a news release, 68-year-old Edward D. Carrico was discovered attempting to harm himself just after 7:30 a.m. this morning. Deputies and medical staff began life-saving measures until emergency medical services arrived. Carrico was transported to Mosaic Life Care, where he later died around 8:25 a.m. Carrico had been charged with second-degree statutory sodomy. And today, the founder of a so-called Christian healthcare sharing ministry here in St. Joseph pleaded guilty in federal court to leading an $8 million wire fraud conspiracy that cheated hundreds of members and to making false statements on a personal tax return. 61-year-old Craig Anthony Reynolds waived his right to a grand jury and entered the guilty plea. According to the Department of Justice, Reynolds incorporated and ran Medical Cost Sharing, a tax-exempt organization, as its president and chief executive officer from 2014 through December 2022. Reynolds is subject to a sentence of up to 23 years in federal prison without parole. Well, Carriage Square Rehab and Healthcare Center in St. Joseph held their Veterans Ceremony today. KQ2's Rusty Summers has the story.
Carriage Square honored 9 veterans that live at their facility today at their annual Veterans event.
It's a little bit bigger this year than it was last year. So we've I reached out in the community this year to get lots more people involved, and so it was really nice this year.
The celebration included the United States Marine Corps doing a 3 shots burst, singing patriotic songs, and honoring veterans by giving them a flag pin, a military coin, and a certificate of appreciation.
People need to know that we're here, you know. I don't know whether we're going to be needed again, but if we are, they'll have to carry me.
It's important to honor our veterans. Sometimes they get forgotten. So it's very important not to forget their sacrifices and the things that they've done for our country.
Pictures were taken of all the vets as a keepsake for them and their families. Reporting in St. Joseph, Rusty Summers, KQ2 News.
Thanks, Rusty. This gala is held every year. Family and friends are always welcome at those occasions.
Well, today we had a day that was well above normal. Normally we should be in the 50s. 54 is the normal high, and today we are up in the 70s. And the winds are really going to start to pick up as we get towards the end of the week, out ahead of a cold front that's going to kind of change our temperatures just a little bit, make them more towards normal for this time of year. So over the next 3 days, especially as we head towards tomorrow, it looks like those temperatures are going to be in the 70s. Notice it's going to be a little bit windy, but I think the stronger winds are going to hold off until Thursday, where we'll have a high of 67 degrees. Then the front moves through on Friday. Conditions will get a little bit cooler with highs in the 50s. Still have that chance for rain in the forecast. Tell you when, coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Mike. The Buchanan County nonprofit arts and cultural organizations generated more than $20 million in economic activity last year. The results of the economic activity were found during the Arts and Economic Prosperity 6 study conducted by American for the Arts. This year, Allied Arts Council leadership met with city, county, and business leaders to discuss the value of the arts. Leaders discussed how the arts help create a healthy society, are an economic driver, and talked about the impactfulness on the community.
Everybody needs art. We know, whether you think that you do or not, we all do. You watch television, that's art. You choose the color of your clothes that you're going to wear for the day. That's part of art. And the nice thing about the arts is that the arts can take us away or bring us in. The arts build community.
For more information on this study, you can visit this story on our website, kq2.com. Next spring, 3 positions on the St. Joseph Board of Education with 3-year terms will be on the April 2nd ballot. Filing begins on December 5th at 8 a.m. and will continue during regular business hours Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the district's administration building. The last day to file for candidacy will be on December 26th. To be eligible for candidacy, you must be a U.S. citizen, be a voter in the St. Joseph School District, be 24 years old, have lived in Missouri for at least a year, not be delinquent in taxes, and not be a felon. Well, last night's City Council meeting, the Council approved acceptance of the Continuum of Care Planning Grant in the amount of $55,671. The grant is funded by the Department of Housing and Urban Development and support planning activities for the Continuum of Care. They are a group of individuals and agencies that work to end and minimize homelessness in our area. The funding goes to hire consultants to serve as coordinators for the St. Joseph Continuum of Care. They then assist the city in submitting applications, looking into grant funds, managing all technical requirements, preparing for release of funds, and inform the Continuum of Care of any changes impacting local policies and programs.